Union Carbide chief Warren Anderson has passed away in a nursing home in Florida in the United States. Anderson escaped multiple calls for him to be extradited to India to face prosecution for his role in the Bhopal gas tragedy, which killed 3,787 people and affected thousands for years later. As we were saying, there were multiple extradition calls that were made to the United States to send back Warren Anderson, but that never happened. He escaped those multiple calls. Meetu is on the phone line with me. Meetu, take us through the latest that you're picking up on this. Also, he lived in relative anonymity, and there were multiple calls that Indian courts had asked for the United States to extradite Warren Anderson. Meetu?
That's right. Could you repeat the question?
Yes, Meetu, I was asking you, take us through the latest that you're picking up on this. We understand he passed away in a nursing home in Florida, but also with him, there were multiple calls that were made to extradite this man.
That's right. And in fact, remember, where the Union Carbide issue is concerned, Warren Anderson was to be tried for culpable homicide not amounting to murder. In the years to come, that those charges were diluted. Of course, a huge issue was made between where the United States is concerned and India is concerned, where the Union Carbide case was concerned. And over the years, the sense one got is that every attempt was made to either extradite him or to give him a clean sheet, or at least to dilute the case against him. In the end, a lot of people would say that the sense of closure will never be there where the Bhopal gas tragedy is concerned, which is one of the biggest industrial disasters that India has ever seen. That sense of closure will never be there because the sense will always remain that this man evaded justice and he was never brought to book, never mind the fact that he was responsible for the death of several hundred people in Bhopal, and many people are still facing the outcome, the result of that horrific disaster that took place so many years ago in Bhopal. The fact is that this man will now no longer be tried, and the sense of closure will not be there.
Absolutely. Meetu, as far as this man is concerned, he was the last man in the chain who was responsible for safety. And there was an audit which he presided upon, which did point to several lapses as far as the Union Carbide factory was concerned. So in a sense, Bhopal gas tragedy victims will never get closure.
That's right. And in fact, there have been over the years attempts, the allegations are that attempts have been made to dilute this case as well, because there was a clear cut.
Meetu, stay with us. Meetu, stay with us. On the phone line with me is Ratna Dhingra. She's an activist. Ms. Dhingra, with Warren Anderson's passing away, he was the last man in that chain. The buck stopped at him as far as the Union Carbide disaster is concerned. Do you feel that victims of the gas tragedy will never get closure now?
No, absolutely not. He was not at all the last person needed. There are still people absconding. There are officials of Union Carbide, and now Dow Chemical have been summoned to be produced in the court, and then there are Indian officials also, that need to be produced, and the trial needs to happen on them as well. But more importantly, this is a question of political will. Because it is almost going to be 30 years, and Indian government could not extradite a man responsible for killing and maiming and injuring so many people. So we have seen this repeatedly, regardless of the government that was in power.
Ms. Dhingra, do you feel that the Indian government should have pursued this matter more aggressively, because there were several calls made to extradite him, there were court orders passed repeatedly, but there was a feeling that the political establishment at the time did not pursue the matter to its logical conclusion?
Absolutely, and we have enough evidence to show that there were only 2 extradition requests made, and that was also with not all the vigor and with not all the legal facts covered in it, and it was rejected once. Then we also have evidence to show that in 2002 there were attempts to dilute sentences against Warren Anderson. But what has been most depressing and saddening of all the things, that how a person who is responsible for killing and maiming, and there are new generations that are being, born with birth defects. All of those are considered indispensable because the foreign direct investment is so important to our country that our political leaders have bowed down repeatedly again and again to the U.S. government and not extraditing Warren Anderson.
Ms. Dhingra, if we talk more about Warren Anderson's role in this gas tragedy, there have been reports that there was a safety audit which he presided over. He actually was privy to that safety audit, and it did talk about several irregularities and also spoke about the fact that there were a lot of safeguards which were not in place.
Absolutely. In fact, there is a document of 1972 which has his name, and it says that how he was part of the design of the factory, how he knew that the factory in Bhopal was much more dangerous when it had a higher environment impact rating compared to the one in West Virginia they had built. The factory in Bhopal had unproven and untested technology. So all of that he had knowledge of. In 1982, when a safety audit was carried out, there were 11 faults that were pointed out in the MIC unit that he had direct knowledge of. Moreover, he was also the instrumental person behind designing the waste management system, which caused the contamination of soil and groundwater of more than 50,000 people. So he was directly involved. He had full knowledge of the crime he was indulging in.
Right, Ms. Dhingra, thanks very much for joining us on this. That's the latest that we are getting on Warren Anderson, aged 92, passed away in a nursing home in Florida on the 29th of September. There were multiple extradition calls made by courts in Bhopal against this man. However, there has been a feeling that the Indian political establishment at the time did not follow it up to its logical conclusion. As far as in 2010, 7 employees of Union Carbide were found guilty by a court in Bhopal.
When you're 43-0 through the air, the